Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. It is fantastic to have you here on part 15 of the Cavalry Sabre. Yes, we are back into it, and I'm thrilled to say that one of the things that we have been waiting on has arrived. All the way from Texas, it's in this crate. Oh, it's time for a little unboxing. Let's get a drill. There we go. Ooh. Oh, yes. Oh, look at this. This is a wax burnout kiln from one of our new sponsors, Paragon. This is exciting. Oh, yes, it fits. So this is going to be able to heat up our investment and wax to burn out the wax, and it's going to keep it at a good temperature ready for pouring the brass, because this all needs to be at a high temperature for pouring the brass so the brass doesn't cool too fast.
It has Wi-Fi?
It has Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, this is fancy stuff, and a big thank you goes to Paragon for sending this. Okay, we've got to see what oh no, it won't fit on this plug. Oh! I think you're right, Will. I think it's a welder plug deal. What about putting it on this table, bringing this table into here, pulling this out? Or what about moving this equipment down some more? Oh, look at this, eh? And it could go in here. Put it right there.
35.
To lift this, I think we need two people on this side. That is a great moment to introduce our new intern, Kyle. How's it going?
Great. How are you?
Welcome. We're doing great. It's not actually his first day.
Yeah.
You know, he's been here for a little while helping out. We're going to have to show you some of the great things he's already done. But we need a hand lifting this up. 1, 2, 3. You okay?
Yeah.
We good?
That was heavy.
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it.
I'll go back to what I was doing.
Let's get rid of these little hookarooskies.
Yeah.
We can't have the kiln be closer than 12 inches to the wall. There we go.
Gotta get this cable all plugged in.
Oh,
There we go.
It's in. Here we go. We've got a kiln. We have a wax burnout kiln. Thank you, Paragon. I really appreciate this. Now it's the moment of truth. We've got to turn it on.
It worked.
It's a touch screen. Wait for it. Ooh, this is exciting.
Whoa.
Oh my. Oh, I have a touch screen kiln.
Holy moly.
Okay, and there's also an app. So I'm going to connect it to my phone. Okay, I'm going to put the serial number in. Okay, add kiln. Why, Will? We can't both add a kiln with a different name. You added it as Big Daddy Kiln. Are you serious? You changed the name.
Did it add it to your phone?
It added it to my phone. Will, you can't. That's a bad name. Oh, I can't edit the name.
Well, at least we know which kiln it's talking about.
Are you kidding? This is just unbelievable. It took me like 25 seconds. I've programmed the firing cycle for burning out the wax. Done. 2 hours at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, then a 5-hour ramp up to 1350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it holds. That easy. That easy. And so that then brings us on to needing to do the actual investment on the actual piece and get it ready for the actual burnout. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to test heat it up first. Let's turn the kiln on. I just can't resist. I cannot resist doing this. So I'm going to just get this up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Here we go. Start. Oh, you can do a remote start. You can start it later, or you can start it now. There's a passcode, and I don't know it. What is the start code?
Press 1, start now, enter the code.
Default is 1. Here we go. Start now. 1. Start. It's firing! Look at this. It is firing. There's so much we can do. We could do glass, we could do pottery, we can heat treat parts in this. Oh, and I know what you're thinking. You're wondering to yourselves, well, you have this kiln for wax burnout. Why don't you have an oven for heat treating? Stay tuned.
Because what we're gonna do is take swords and bend them up into circles, and then they'll fit inside there.
No. Paragon is making... You know where these should be, Will? Paragon is making us some heat treating ovens for our swords and our knives, which is extremely exciting. This is just fantastic. I'm so excited. It's now time for us to get back to the flask. So here is the wax that Will made up, ready for it to be put in our new flask. You will have seen in one of the last Cavalry Sabre episodes, this is our new flask. This is a 6-inch flask. This is made for it. This is stainless steel with holes in it so that you can suck in as much air as possible to pull that vacuum. It also has this at the bottom to make sure the investment doesn't fall out, I imagine. But we have a problem. Along with getting a new flask, the investment wax, things like that, one of the pieces of equipment that we got was an actual vacuum chamber, and I'm hugely embarrassed to say that it only cost $100. It actually works properly, and I did not need to overbuild my one the way I did. Terrible, appalling. $100 from Amazon, and I bought a vacuum chamber. That stings. So this is the vacuum chamber I built. This is the bucket with a piece of acrylic that I bought from Amazon for $100, and it works great. But we have a problem. The problem's as follows. This is the vacuum chamber. This is the flask. That's a problem. This nice expensive flask that I have, I need to cut it down so that it fits. Oh, but that's a big worry. But I think we're going to be okay. So I just got to work out where I'm going to cut it. Okie dokie, this has been cut down, and this is going to go over our wax piece just like so. Just gotta get this pushed down, sink it down like this. That is in there, it's stable. It's a shame to cut down the flask. These things are like $120, but I'm gonna make the most of the rest as best as I can. It's now ready for us to mix up some investment. Okay, I have everything set up. I've got the water that I need. We have the final bucket we're going to use. We've got the vacuum chamber. We've got the investment that we're going to need. It's all good. And I'm a little embarrassed to say I ended up doing the calculations in metric because it was starting to be a little bit difficult. But we got it all sorted. Now what I'm going to do... You know the drill. Water's going in the mixing bucket. I'm going to start my timer. Oh my goodness. The investment's going in. We're going to start slowly mixing it. Okay, I've done 3 minutes of mixing. Now I'm going to pour this into the vacuuming bucket. Can I give it a final mix in here? Okay, this goes in the vacuum chamber. Oh my goodness, that's heavy. Uh-oh, I'm going to put this on the ground. Okay, don't spill it, don't spill it, don't spill it. Lid goes on. Let's pull a vacuum. We need to be vacuuming this for another few minutes. Oh, look at that, it's happening. It's boiling. It's actually happening. So this is exactly what we want. We are now bringing this investment to a boil. Okay, it's rising and it's breaking. Look at that. The investment has broken. This is incredible. The rising has broken. That now means, boom, that's incredible. What? That's unbelievable. Wow. We've got to act fast now. There are so few bubbles in it. That's unbelievable. Now I've got to pull this out. To save time, make this easier, I'm going to put the flask straight in. I'm going to try and pour down into there. We're pouring it. This is happening. We're filling it up from the underneath of the wax. You notice we have the wax stuck to the bottom instead of hanging from the top. Hopefully this is going to keep it much more solid. Hopefully this is going to give us the best chance of success. We're going to fill it right the way to the bottom. Okay, we've got to quickly put the lid on. Thank you, Will. This is it. We're going to pull another vacuum. Now we need to vacuum this for 1.5 minutes. We're going to stop the vacuum. We need to let this sit undisturbed for 2 hours. That's right. That was stressful. Hopefully, this is our success piece. This is the one that finishes it off just perfectly. It has been 2 hours. Oh my goodness gracious, that is just
Don't drop it now.
absurdly heavy. We've got to break off all the investment that dribbled over the side. We've got to pull off the cling film wrap and the duct tape. We have to take the rubber off so that we can put this in our brand new wax burnout oven and melt that stuff out. Oh, now we've got to unscrew this thing here. This is so satisfying. Oh, there is our wax sprue. Here is a little vent hole. Okay, so this is now ready. There's a wax. This is exciting. It's ready to go into the wax burnout kiln from Paragon Kilns. Here's what we're going to do. The kiln right now is at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. We have a stainless steel tray, some little bits of steel that are going to hold this off the bottom. We're going to be at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 hours. Check this out. I'm going to load my preset, user 13, wax burn for a 6-inch flask. I made this. It took me just a few minutes. I'll show you what it looks like on a graph. It looks like this. We're going to hold at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 hours. We're going to ramp over 7 hours to 1350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're then going to bring it back down to about 1100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the temperature that we want this while it is that we pour it with brass. So, we're going to start this. It's firing. We're going to put our tray inside. Now we're going to put this inside. And for these 4 hours at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, we're going to melt out most of the wax. We're then going to pull that tray out and do the final burnout without the tray in so we don't go burning up all the wax. We are 2 hours in to that first 4-hour hold at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can see inside of this, we are already melting wax. So while I have been working on that, these gentlemen have been up here. Oh, by the way, look at that. We've got stairs. Haven't introduced you to those. That's Will's handiwork with the help of our carpenter.
From the old ladder that was here.
It is a real step up. And these guys have been up here doing little carpentry work. This is going to become 3 skateboard ramps. Okay, no, they're not skateboard ramps. We're framing this section into an office and small work area. One of the things that Will has been battling with setting this up is they built this building not so amazingly. What is the difference in height between this and that?
Over 2 inches.
That's insane. Pretty funny stuff. But soon, this is going to be a really cool space up here. Okay, so they've just painted these walls up here. And then back down here, Will is making up some Damascus with Kyle, giving Kyle a little bit of an introduction as to how it all happens. So here we go, heat number 1. Now it is right about time for us to pull the investment out, pull the wax tray out, because segment 2 of our 3-segment firing cycle has started. So we're gonna open this up. Here we go. Oh, it's looking beautiful. There's a lot of wax in there. Let's lift that up, set it down, pull out the tray. There we go. Okay, gotta take a pause on that. Will's taking another heat with the Damascus. Okay, so I didn't like it on steel. I'm going to put it on fire bricks instead. There we go. That is going to be a much better setup. So now it's at segment 2, so it is going to ramp to 1350 degrees over the next 7 hours. So there is the Damascus that Will forged out. Be sure to subscribe so that you can catch the next episode of the Cavalry Sabre, where hopefully we cast the brass and hopefully it works well. Again, big thank you to Paragon Kilns for sending this out to us. Can't wait to see you on the next episode. Pleasure as always. Bye-bye.